That's fair.
It's a lot more riskier when you don't like it's on like first or second link. Like you're like, I don't know if I'm driving this far to not beat. Like,
Yeah.
because we all have had those stories of like driving somewhere and not beating at all.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I remember driving one time to go pick up this girl on a date, like on a movie date, and I was like, swear on my life, like I was gonna beat. Like, I swear on everything. We go to the movies. Movies is not even go to the movies. We go to go get snacks. Like I pick her up. We go get lunch. We're gonna go get snacks to go watch a movie at her crib. I'm thinking, oh, we go to your crib. We gonna like it's up. Like it's up. But I remember I got hit with my friend got into a car accident. I looked at her in the passenger seat. I was sick. My stomach was turning inside out. Because at first I was a little gullible. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I got you, no worries. Like, I was impressed about it. Then after I dropped her off, I was like, damn, I got. I got. I was so sick. I was so sick. I didn't have the heart to tell my friends because I was so geeked to go talk to this girl. I didn't have the heart to tell my friend that like I got dubbed like that.
It happens to the best of us.
Never you, right, Mag? Nothing like that ever happens to you, huh?
No, hell no.
See, niggas go lying.
I mean, I'm like you, so I get why, but not me, man.
Don't do that. Don't say I'm like you.
Not me.
Don't say I'm like you, and then be like, yeah, that never happened to me. This is why I can't stand about folk like you, man. This is what I can't stand.
That's what friends are for, man. And if you were watching this, you are watching the Are We Recording podcast or listening to on Apple and Spotify. And welcome in. I'm your host, Gage Sutton 007, here with my co-hosts, the young Rottweiler, the 5'5" of pure temptation, sandwich hands himself, Mr. Ethan Hamilton.
What's up,
guys? Is that it? Did
Yeah,
I get all your nicknames? Okay, cool.
No, you didn't. I mean, we had a sandwich hands like last week, but I'll count it.
Okay, all right. And today we are joined by our good friend of the show, and member of the Vamps Vamps group chat. We got Mr. Magno joining the podcast today to talk this Metro Boomin album because hey, that's the big news on the docket. That's for sure something we're gonna get to on today's episode. But Mag, how are you, man? It's just glad to have you back on the show.
I feel blessed, man. When I got the call from E, I was like, I'm back. It's been a long time coming, man. You know how to work hard for this second appearance.
I had to work hard. I hate you. I hate you.
Here. You know. But no, I've been good, man. Shoot, finishing up school, graduated December, just grinding, get to it.
Very nice, man. And you still hooping?
Yeah. Oh, so that was my last season. So yeah, I'm done.
Man. Well, you still going and playing pickup, I'm assuming, with the guys, right? Yeah.
Thanks. Still got to torture them.
All right, so Mag, it's actually been a while since I've talked to you. I've been kind of away from the group chat. I haven't talked to any of y'all in a long time. But I want to get your thoughts on my guy, Victor Wembanyama, man. You as a true hooper and a mind of the game, what do you think about what you're seeing from his rookie season so far? What can you say about it?
He's definitely a generational talent. I think he exceeded everyone's expectations for him, especially in the first year. I mean, he's like a star already now and adjusted pretty well to everything. His weight isn't the issue. I mean, he's phenomenal. I like him. I'm a fan.
Man, I think I saw a stat the other day that said he had like more games with 7 blocks than he has with 0, which is an insane stat to me.
That's a wild stat.
I'm surprised, Gage, you haven't been more like nuts on the table about Vic throughout this year. Because like if Vic was on the Mavs or the Lakers, I'd be going crazy right now.
Oh,
the thing is, I'm trying to
give propaganda like nobody's business.
Listen, I'm trying to contain myself because I came into this season very bold, very like, man, I think the Spurs are going to be good. I think they might like have a chance at the play-in. That was clearly not the case, and I'm still trying to hold that L and be like, all right, I gotta like set my expectations a little back. But I think Mag said it perfectly. Even I didn't expect Wemby to be this good. Like I figured he was going to be good, but I had visions that the team was going to be better. Again, clearly was not the case. These guys did not step up around him, but Vic has been everything that we were told he was going to be and more. And it's just going to be so much fun to see like how much he grows and what San Antonio does to put around him because, I mean, the sky really is the limit for him.
I agree. I'm with you. I just now, like you just said, y'all have to build around him the right way, and I think he'll attract a couple of the big time stars. It's just it's hard. It's like San Antonio, you know. Like
yeah,
it's not like a Houston, Chicago, LA. You know what I'm saying?
So, no.
Well, but that's the one thing they'll have to their advantage is I feel like a lot of people will want to come to San Antonio to play with Wemby. Like, although San Antonio doesn't offer, the mainstream appeal of, the big cities, you're getting a chance to play with Wemby. You're getting a chance to learn from Pop. I mean, I don't know. I see it as a very intriguing option, especially if I'm an older player trying to win championships.
I mean, I've been on the table like in the group chat. I think Vic is going to be in a lot of our top 20s before we realize it. And as in next season, I think by midway next season, if he's not already, I think a lot of people are going to consider him a borderline top 20, top 25 player.
I'm not mad at that.
I just think he's that good already. Like once he gets taken like a year or two, when he gets taken off that minutes restriction and can play back-to-backs frequently, I think people are going to see how legit he is if they haven't seen it already. Like I already I'm having this argument right now. Who do you think is better already, him or Bam Adebayo?
And it's like you have to think about it because like
you really do.
They really do because Victor is, in my opinion, if the Spurs weren't so bad record-wise and at the bottom of their conference, he would win Defensive Player of the Year over Gobert. The only reason Gobert is in the conversation is because he's the best defensive player on the best defensive team in basketball, but his stats don't even touch Wemby's. And his efficiency on defense doesn't even touch Wemby's.
Vic is insane. Vic is insane, man. I mean, I'm just ready for my white king, Luka, to be crowned MVP, and it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. No way can I live in a world where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets an MVP for my white Jesus. Sorry, Mag. I'm not letting it happen.
No, I understand. It happens.
But Mag, hold on. I owe you an apology. And I'll take this moment to apologize to Devin Glass, too, or any Rockets fans, because I was adamant that the Rockets were going to be worse than the Spurs this year. That's clearly, again, not been the case. The Rockets are actually making a push for the play-in. They're only 2.5 games behind the Warriors, I think, as of this episode, or as we record this episode. Mac, how are you feeling about the Rockets, man? Obviously, Şengün out for a little bit of time. Are you optimistic about this season? Or are you kind of looking forward to just like what the future holds?
No, I think we can make it into the play-in. Our thing is we need Şengün back, but Green, like he said, I have a family to feed.
Hey, man, that crossover into the step back, looking at him, staring him down, and then turning around before the shot even goes in is crazy.
That's one of the best crossovers I've ever seen. It reminds me so much of the James Harden, Wesley Johnson one from a couple years back.
Yeah, like we have a big upscale. It's just our thing is like we're young, bro. We have a good coach. I just think now we got to get some vets to come to Houston. You know what I'm saying? Because you can only be so young for so long that you're gonna need those true vet stars. So I'm just curious to see. Like this season, make it to the play. Obviously not gonna go deep, but in the years coming, I want to see the money moves happen. Where like, hey, like let's really build something on this young core. So I'm not
mad. I gotta also issue an apology, and it hurts me because it had me in the first half. I was pounding on the table saying the Rockets were going to win 30 games. Like I was on the table. I was like, bro, they're not gonna be that good. Like they're not gonna win 30 games.
I was on the same
And
boat.
I was doing so well until they went on a 9-game winning streak. Like, bro, the past 2-3 weeks are on a 9-game winning streak. If they don't have that 9-game winning streak and was on the pace they have, I don't think they were touching 35 games. Maybe 30, 31. Oh my God, I'm so sick that Jalen Green's playing this good. Especially after the whole Drea thing. Like, of course, now he starts playing good when everybody's on his ass.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny to see this Jalen Green turn around, especially after the offseason stuff with him and who was it? KPJ?
Josh. Josh Christopher.
Josh Christopher.
That video was nuts.
Wild. Well, speaking of wild, I think we should get right into the shits, man, because we all know what we're here for. Metro Boomin and Future dropped "We Don't Trust You" last night, and we were treated to overall, I think, a good album. We'll definitely talk about the album and what we thought about as a whole, but the big headline from this is off the song "Like That," where Kendrick Lamar sent out the warning shots and might have started the hip hop civil war, like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because it's about to get crazy, guys.
Oh yeah.
I just want, like, before we start, I want my flowers. Like, I really want my flowers because we give people their flowers and their credit.
Flowers? What are you talking about?
I want my flowers because for years I've been saying that at some point Kendrick and Drake are gonna pull the trigger on dissing each other. No more subliminals. They're gonna go out and jump out the window, right?
Yeah.
And last week's episode, I said that Future and Metro are planning something for Drake. Like, this is stick up for real. Like the whole Future not liking him doing Her Loss with 21 Savage, and Metro not liking that either, with having that sneaking tweet and delete at Drake. I knew they was cooking something up. And Future even dissed Drake on the intro. And I think
there's subliminals towards Drake throughout the whole album.
Wow.
The whole album.
No, but
there's subliminals.
They went out the window. And I don't think it's a coincidence they brought Kendrick in to do a feature like that to cook Cole and Drake. I don't think it's a coincidence at all.
I'm not. Okay. I'm gonna just let y'all cook. I'm gonna let y'all cook.
No, why? You want to lie too?
No, because I ain't gonna lie. You know, my king will rise.
Who's your king?
Jermaine.
Thank you, Mag. Hey, we're on the same team then. We're Team Dreamville in this. And like, hold on, I was thinking about this. Yes, me and Mag are on the right team. We're on Team Dreamville. We're on the team that's gonna remain victorious, because this is what I was thinking about. This is a bold move from Kendrick when Cole is in album mode. When Cole has been doing the most on these verses, doing the most on these songs. If I'm J.Cole, I'm on the tour bus with Drake.
When has J.Cole
right now?
When has J.Cole what? When is he what?
When has J.Cole album mode has scared nobody? Well, I'm just asking. When has album mode Cole scared anybody? I'm just asking a question.
When has not scared anybody?
Stop it. Control exists. Stop it. Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
Cole got a hot hand.
Hey, man.
I'm not, and credit needs to be had, especially the last 3 years.
It definitely needs to be.
See, look at it. Look at Mag now.
See that, Mag?
He's glazing. He's just glazing. Just nasty.
Ball, my friend.
I'm not saying that. I'm just showing.
Just not for our audio listeners. Mag just put up a poster of his J. Cole like artwork that he has.
Yeah, you're right, man.
But honestly, I feel like I have to show some accountability, because I'm with y'all. I believe right now in the power ranking, J. Cole is 1. Do I think it's heavily reliant on what he is going to do with the fall off? Very much. Very, very much. But for the past 3-4 years, I think Kendrick's been the best. I think, not Kendrick, Drake. Cole has been the best out of the 3. I think Kendrick, him saying it himself, him being on sort of a writer's block, and him putting out an album like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which did very well commercially, and I think was pretty well received. He doesn't really like do the feature game like how Cole. He's not. I wouldn't say current is the right word, but he's just not like in the same space. Like he's not constantly doing features. He's not constantly on other people's albums like the way the other two are. Like Drake damn near drops an album, 2 albums every year.
See, that's my thing. With Kendrick's last project, Mr. Morale, I was very excited, bro. But I don't think this is me personally. I don't think it has any playback value. I don't go back to it.
I agree with you, Meg.
It probably has 3 to 4 songs max. Like I'm like, okay, I can go back and listen to that. But as like a project, and it's nowhere near classic. I'm tired of the Kendrick fans being OD about that. No, stop.
I don't think it's a classic, but I don't think it's a flop. I think the album, 2022, one of the most commercially successful albums. It won a Grammy for damn sake, like put him.
Yeah, but I mean, we
and I think it's a well received album. But to say it's not well received and it didn't succeed, it's just a bold-faced lie. Like
that'll be lying. It did number. I mean, it's done. He did his numbers,
but it did his number and it did its impact. That was the best album that came out that year. It was the year after COVID.
Yeah,
I still think it's the best album that came out that year.
I don't know about all that personally.
I think got awards, and yeah.
I don't know. I have high expectations for Kendrick, and personally, I don't think he lived up to them on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. For me personally, I think J. Cole, like you said,
why
for the last
3-4
years, huh?
Why didn't he?
I don't know. There's just something about the album. Like Max said, it just doesn't have very much replayability for me. There wasn't really a lot that he did for me on that album that made me like want to revisit it or say like, oh, this is on the same caliber as a Damn or To Pimp a Butterfly. It's not. It's good. It's a solid album, and it probably was one of the better ones of that year. But I really don't put that on like any kind of Mount Rushmore for hip hop albums. If anything, like you said, J. Cole for the last 3-4 years, he has been the one who's established himself as the top dog right now. Kendrick's coming back for his crown. This verse kind of sounded like a, hey, J. Cole, this is kind of for you too, because I think like Kendrick's verse was more targeted for Drake. Like there were a lot more like targeted shots at Drake, but it was kind of like a, hey, J. Cole, you're in this too. Like there's a reason why you're on tour with Drake, because you're the top dog right now. No one's touching you lyrically. No one's touching you. But I want it. I'm coming back for that crown. That's the way I received it.
I'm not mad at that at all. I agree.
I think he's. I mean, I get where y'all coming from. I personally believe that Kendrick's still top dog. Like then he did give it up. He did give the crown up because, like he said it himself, he had writer's block. But if features is what makes, like, I feel like if what features makes J. Cole's run that great, then I feel like we got to understand the bar that was set before with how great when Kendrick was at the top of his game, when Drake was at the top of his game, actually producing great albums, because the features are cool. But if the fall off comes out to be some mid, I'm going to hop on this podcast.
Okay, hold on. But you are also a supreme J. Cole hater, because
I'm not a J. Cole hater.
In my opinion, J. Cole's got like at least 2 classic albums.
No, he does not. We just sit up here lying on this
podcast. Wait, he has 2?
No, he has
at least 2.
None.
At least
he has
2.
None.
Okay,
you are hating.
He has
none. He has none.
None is crazy, bro. That's
none.
And I respect it. That's
if we do Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, I said this last week.
We're talking about just Cole alone.
If we do Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, give me y'all's top 5 albums. Between the 5, Cole don't got one.
Cole cracks.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Cracks the top 5.
Drake got 2. Drake got 2 albums better than that, maybe 3. And Kendrick for sure got 3 albums better than that.
Hold on. So actually, I like how we haven't really brought up Drake in this, because this is the way I feel about the whole situation. Drake feels like the most unequipped for this beef. Feels like the most unequipped for this, because
why do you feel that way when he's the most battle tested? He's the one that's actually battle rap people.
Yes,
I
that
feel like
was
Drake is the most equipped.
7, 8 years ago with
No, it
Meek
wasn't.
Mill?
No,
With Meek
him and
Mill?
Pusha. Him and Pusha.
Bro, he was not. He didn't even touch Pusha. You really
Stop
think
it.
he's gonna?
W Freestyle was a great diss track.
Why
I'm
didn't
not
he
gonna let y'all
respond?
do that.
Why didn't he
Oh,
respond?
I think he was pussy for not responding. But my thing is W
Yeah,
Freestyle
okay,
exists.
so that's what I'm saying. That's not battle
but
tested. He
he
said the
is
first
battle
shot,
tested. Drake tore Common ass up. He tore Meek ass
Common.
up.
Please, come on.
Come on.
Stop. See, y'all showing y'all lack of knowledge.
No,
Drake is the
no,
most battle
no.
tested.
It
I think we
seems
have
like
amnesia
you
here.
just
I think we
stuff
have.
at your butt, man. Because hey,
Drake is that's
Common-
non-negotiable. Drake is the most battle tested out of the three. By far. By far.
And that may be true, but that's like kind of on a technicality because
No, it's not on a technicality because
Yes,
Drake
it
is
because who is
he's
coming?
bi-
Kendrick. Kendrick dropped a whole ass verse attacking his entire class
and Drake
of hip hop artists,
Drake responded.
and no one responded to it.
Mad people responded to that. That's like a myth.
To Kendrick?
Yes, mad people responded to that. Mad people.
Shit. Well, not enough for him to perk his ears up and
That's
say, "Hey."
and that's different. But mad people responded. Jay Electronica tore his ass up. Drake tore his ass up. Like Cole been shooting at him. Like people shoot at Big Sean be shooting. Like that's a myth. That's what I'm gonna talk about with the control verse. I think the control verse worked. I think the formula for the control. Oh, I know Big Sean
because he is pissed.
I'd be pissed too about Big Sean.
I'm making
Him
music, my
stepping
dog.
on his release like that.
You already made his money. Worry about your family, man.
No, so I was talking about how like this is gonna be the Marvel Civil War like with hip hop. We got our teams here. Team Kendrick, we got Baby Keem, we got Kodak. J. Cole's gonna have Jid.
No, Future's on that side. Future and Metro pick their side.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Actually, hold on. I have a theory about Metro because Metro seems like the arms dealer in all of this because he's dropping an album with Jid. J. Cole recently put out a clip where he was talking about how he was working with Metro. Metro might just be the arms dealer in all this. Like, hey, you want a beat? Here you go, buddy.
I mean, the arms dealer.
He's kind of weird, man. Metro. I've been telling my homeboys this. Metro moving weird.
Metro is moving very weird because he's doing an album with Jid right after this.
Man, I'm confused. Like,
I think y'all are forgetting. He's very much team whatever is on the other side of Drake. Like, I think it's very clear. And at this moment,
so what you're saying is he should team up with Big Sean.
I mean, I would take a Big Sean, a couple like a Big Sean 4-pack with beats from Metro. Like, you guys heard the beats on the newest album?
Yeah.
That proves that he hates Drake because he kept all the good beats for Future. Those beats were insane.
Hey, I was gonna tell you too, Ethan. We were talking about it on the last podcast, and you were like, "Man, it's really gonna come from like you thought the diss was gonna come from Future." You and me never even considered Kendrick as an option
at all.
But I mentioned Metro setting up the diss because like the production on this track is just as important as what was said from Kendrick and what was said from Future, because man, when you heard that sample and you heard it like kind of start to speed up, I was like,
the Easy sample. No, that shit was crazy.
Sample, bro. I knew we were in for some fucking bars, and that just the bass, the beat, everything on that track is perfect. And man, Metro did his thing throughout the whole album, but that song in particular, it accomplished what it needed to. And I can only imagine what it must have felt like in the studio, like as they were dropping this. Like they must have felt like Oppenheimer, like getting ready to like drop the bomb, like knowing that it was about to cause like a whole earthquake of like, whoa, pick a side, man. You're on Team Dreamville. You're on Team.
You're Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Pick a side. Pick a side.
Yeah, exactly. Pick a side. And I'm on my side, man.
Yeah, I'm just remember when y'all said this. Y'all picked. All right, I remember what side y'all picked. Don't think I forgot. Hey, Mag, I might need to call for that money to you earlier because they're not responding by the end of the weekend. I got a little too gassed last night when I FaceTimed you and said that they got to respond by the end of the weekend. They're not gonna respond. By the end of the weekend.
Look, Zelle, Apple Pay, Cash App. I'm ready, man.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. You might get $5 in air puff. We'll see. We'll see.
So here's the thing, though, because Kendrick does this at such a weird time. Drake and J.Cole are on tour. What do you think the atmosphere is like? They get off the concert stage. They get into the tour bus, kicking back, getting ready to chill for the night, and then they're like, "Hey, Metro just dropped an album. Kendrick's featured on it." He said, "What?" Like,
no.
I can only imagine how it escalated.
If it was a lot more like, I guess, disrespectful, the shots, I can very much see the them responding by like an end of the weekend type thing. I don't think we're getting a response. Maybe I think Cole's supposed to do Dreamville Fest in about 2 weeks. I think we'll get Cole response then. If not, then I think we'll get something on the fall off whenever it comes, probably end of summer. Because it took Cole mentioned Kendrick on First Person Shooter 6 months ago. So it took Kendrick 6 months to respond to this. So that's about roughly the time period I expect. But what do you guys think of the album as a whole? I mean, we've talked a lot about the Kendrick verse, but what do you guys think about the album as a whole?
I think it's great. Off of first listen too. Usually I need like 2 to 3 listens, but I was a big fan, man. I mean, him and Metro are like Shaq and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like they just compliment each other well, bro. It never disappoints.
I'm with you. I think we need to have a conversation of like the greatest like hip hop rapper and producer duos in Metro and Future. Like, it's been a long time since we got Future on a Metro track. I think 2017 was the last time. It's been a long time.
Wow.
And they did not disappoint. That album is so fire.
Yeah, I love the hidden features too. I was just enjoying myself throughout this whole listen, even before getting into like that. Everything up to that was super good. The intro, all the transitions. We can also shout out Playboy Cardi on Type
Great
Shit,
verse.
Man. It's crazy verse.
Cardi had a great verse.
That track, I ain't gonna lie, he took that track for sure.
Travis had a great verse too. I didn't like the discourse in our group chat. I'm not fucking with the Travis verse. Travis's verse was really good.
I like the Travis verse too.
Ross's verse was crazy too.
Rose.
That was a crazy verse. I'm surprised to hear Rose on Future and Metro album. I really am.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. And then I heard Rocky along the album, right?
Yeah.
That was Rocky talking. That was pretty cool.
The funny thing is, we're supposed to get a new Future and Metro project again in 2 weeks. Yep.
It's like an R&B one.
I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go with this. Like, because I'm for it. If this is what we got to listen to for another, I guess, 12, 15 tracks, I'm here for it. But I'm interested to see what they do to switch it up and not make it, because I don't know. I'm just excited to see the play going. Do you guys think we hear another Kendrick verse or another dig at Drake on the next project?
Probably not.
I mean, it really just depends on the vibe of the album. Like you said, if it's going to be like a complete tone shift, like into something more R&B or something a little lighter, maybe not. But if a lot of the elements are going to stay the same, Metro's going to come with these beats. I mean, I wouldn't like be surprised to hear a few subliminals thrown in there.
I guess it's gonna be like that. Those 2 albums, Future dropping like what 2017 with Hendrix
and Future. Yeah, the double.
Future,
yeah. That was a great time.
Yeah, great time. And those are both pretty good projects, especially Hendrix. So it'll be something like that.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad if we get an R&B Metro and Future. I don't think so. I think we get more rapping. I think we get more rapping. I don't think we get another Kendrick verse like that, but I think definitely Future throws some more shots without a shadow of a doubt.
For sure. He's on timing, both of them.
Because if you really think about it, he's a bad matchup from Drake from the perspective of like when Drake talks shit to these other rappers, it's like you don't get bitches and I got more money than you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do that with Future.
You can't. I mean,
that's like his lane.
They know each other very well, so it's like, hey, Drake, like, watch what you say, bro. Because it's like We worked in the past. We know about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's where the benefit of being a Kendrick Lamar, because outside of like Drake, we know so much about Drake's public life in comparison to Kendrick. In comparison to, I mean, I think we know probably more about Cole's public life than we do Kendrick's. So I feel like that's when being inside the house works in your advantage when it comes to battle rap and other elite rappers. So I'm excited to see. I love the project. This is probably my album of the year so far. 17 for 17. I'm like 3 or 4 listens in. I love this project. I really do.
And Future was rapping on that second last track, like Everyday Hustling or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bro, the track is some of my favorite tracks off of it. I love the intro. We Don't Trust You.
Yeah.
Type shit I like that I like. Cinderella I liked. Run Out of Time.
Magic Don Juan was crazy too.
Magic Don Juan was good. Yeah. Everyday Hustle was fire.
Everyday Hustle, yep.
GTA was fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say GTA was good too.
WTFYM was fire. Where My Twin At was fire. Like we had a couple Thug verses on this too. Thug verses were really, really good.
Yeah, for what they got. I mean, I was like, okay, bet. For real, man.
Yeah,
they really did their thing, man. I had high expectations for this album, and it lived up to the expectations. I'm just excited to see what else they got coming.
But speaking about coming, the next
what?
Sorry, pause? I was trying to do a segue. That segue was crazy. I knew it whenever it left my mouth. Pause. That I was trying to stop. Yeah. Let me see. You want to just intro, put you on? Let me just shut the fuck up. Yeah. You just.
Hey, hold on, Mag. We got to test your vocal chops. Can you do the "Put You On" song for us?
The what? Oh yes.
Come on. Mic check.
Oh, the song that I got.
No. You got to intro. Put You On.
You got to do the "Put You On." You got to. We gotta hear the vocal chops.
I need it louder. Come on, Mag.
Put you on.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mag. What you got for the people this week, man? What do you want to be recommending for music first?
I got this song. It's an R&B song called "Delight" by Eldridge. I don't know if you heard of that artist. It's an R&B artist. So "Delight" by Eldridge.
How do you spell it? How do you spell the name?
EARLDRIDGE.
Okay. So get the people. I know we can't play the audio on the podcast, but so give me what people should expect from the song.
Like a classic R&B vibe. It's like something you can really drive to on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? With a shorty too. You be with a shorty and play this.
That's important.
One of them ones.
It's not R&B songs are created equal. Some R&B songs is the karaoke that I just got to be by myself while I'm singing this.
Right.
With a shorty, this will be added.
Yeah. She right there in that passenger seat. You good.
Yeah, I like that.
You good.
Wait, where you got your hands at, Mag? One hand on the steering wheel, another hand on that monkey, right?
That's crazy.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
You just can't stop. Like, come on, bro. You drive with 2 hands, huh?
What? I drive with. Let me chill.
Bro.
Both my hands are occupied. Oh crap. All right, Gage, what you got, Dave?
Oh man. I'm gonna have a tough one this week. I'm gonna go with. I don't know if I did this one. I'm gonna do Act 2 On God. She Like by Four Bats. It's like one of the only songs he has out right now. Besides,
Gage, you can't do that, man. I had Four Bats 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh really? You did Four Bats already?
Yeah.
You did this song?
Yeah. I think I did both. See. Y'all gotta catch up to me. Y'all gotta catch up to me.
I know. My bad. All right, then go ahead.
My bad, big bro. My bad, big bro.
Just tell the people your fucking song.
My song this week, I'm actually gonna go with I'm gonna go by Serial Recluse by Samaria. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Great project that she has coming out, but called Even Paradise Reigns, that just came out this year, like at the beginning of this year. But this song is from 2023. Serial Recluse definitely gives me SZA vibes, like heavy SZA vibes, heavy, like island SZA vibes. And with the summertime coming, it's getting weather, you know, less clothes coming on. Gal want to dance, gal want to.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we should just transition. All right, here.
Why give my mic cut like this?
Because we know how you get. We know you, bro. It's cool.
You do too much, all right? And you know what? I guess I would do too much for my next put you on, because I totally forgot. It lost in all of the hectic, crazy environment that was last night. Tyla dropped her album last night.
I've been waiting to hear the project. The project is like, because I know Truth or Dare came out a couple weeks ago. Guys, Truth or Dare is a banger. Man, we're gonna hear that at every Afrobeats party in Dallas. I'm telling you, that Truth or Dare is the one.
Hey, I mean, she was cooking with the singles, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but
Gage, we know how you feel about your Black Queens. What is it? Black Queens forever. It's nobody's never. I know how you feel. We know how you feel.
That's stupid, bro. That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
We know how you feel, Gage.
But Tyla dropped her album last night. It's her self-titled, her debut, I believe, too. So check it out. The single is really good, and yeah, excited to see how this album sounds in the summer at the clubs and stuff. Y'all have to let me know how it is up there in Dallas. Maybe I'll take a trip up there.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
We'll see.
I get my spot in July too. I'll be up there.
No, that Tyler project, I'm really excited to listen to over the weekend, because, like I said, Truth or Dare, banger. Water is my favorite music video ever shot. So I'm a Tyler stan. So.
Me too.
That's crazy. Oh, Ego dropped his third.
Huh?
Third dropped as well.
Oh yeah, the Sir project. I haven't got a chance to listen to it, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited too, because I know you're a really big Sir fan as well. So,
okay, so Mag, for Put You On, we also do our TV shows and movies. What have you been watching? What do you want to recommend to the people?
So I just got recommended to watch The Gentleman on Netflix with Theo James. Pretty fire.
Okay.
I know it's not a Guy Ritchie, but isn't it one of those, like, not noir, but like, what is it like? It's like the Kingsman, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, kind of like a mafia Kingsman like type show.
That's
okay.
I fuck with it.
Well, it's smooth. Yeah, I was rocking when I'm like 2 episodes in already. I'm like, it's tough, and it's like an hour episode too. So you watching for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How many episodes is it?
Maybe 6, 7. I don't know. Something like that. I gotta check.
Okay, not too bad.
But
Yeah,
like
those hour.
Yeah.
Those hour-long episodes, man. They'll have you locked in.
Well, that's how I feel. I know a couple weeks ago I was talking about Shogun, but that's how I feel about watching Shogun. But my Put You On, as far as movies and TV show, I've been on my like Denis Villeneuve. What's it? Denis Villeneuve kind of fad. And I went back and watched Arrival, because I'd never seen it. I realized I'd never seen it. Arrival is so good. So basically, without giving up the plot too much, Arrival is a movie, and it got Bradley Cooper, it got Forrest Whitaker, and I think it got Amy Adams, right? Them three. The whole plot of the movie is aliens come down to Earth, and they need a translator to decide whether the aliens are like enemies or they cool people. I mean, they're the homies. So that's the plot of the movie. Can't give away anything else. Really, really good. I was crying my eyes out. You guys know I'm a big crybaby, especially when it comes to movies. I'm a big ass crybaby when it comes to movies. But Arrival, was it?
to grow up.
See, enough with these lame ass sneak disses. It's not even sneak diss. Just shut your ass up, man. God damn. But Arrival, really, really good. You guys are gonna like. Let me know if you guys ever get the chance to go watch Arrival. It's a really good movie.
All right, sounds good. Man, I haven't been watching a lot of TV lately, but something that caught my interest, was able to watch the first episode of it, is a like docu-series called Quiet on the Set on HBO Max.
Dude.
And, hey, it is some pretty crazy shit. Basically, what it's about is about Dan Schneider. He was one of the creators and writers of a lot of the Nickelodeon shows that we all grew up watching. Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, iCarly. Basically, this docuseries gets into all of the behind-the-scenes stuff he was doing and how he's a real creep. And it's pretty evident when you watch the show that he he was a pretty creepy guy. And yeah, definitely a watch that I don't want to say ruins your childhood, but should definitely be on the docket. Very interesting stuff.
Bro, I watched it, bro. Hearing the stories, because Dan Snyder, nasty man. He hired more nasty men to work for him. And basically confirming all the stories that we all thought about these childhood stars, about them being like groomed since they were really young, and how this really like back then in the 2000s and the 90s, and probably still now, just like up to level, sadly. But back then on these children's shows, TV sets, there was like nobody watching out for these kids, bro. Like trigger warning, but these kids was getting abused, and everybody was just sitting there like letting it go on. And it's such a crazy doc. Such a crazy doc. They really got into like what happened with Drake Bell, which I think was one of like the saddest and craziest things that I've ever heard in a doc. So I'm with you guys. That's a good put you on.
Yeah, I just watched the first episode, and that one was like more focused on like Amanda Bynes and her come up with Dan Schneider. That was some crazy shit. I didn't even realize that like she was on all of that. And that's how she got her own show. But yeah, definitely recommend that one. And
there's a black kid on the show. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but they talked about how he was basically the token black guy on the show, and how they basically made him look like a children's version of like a dope dealer in some sketches and like a rapper. And there's this one scene where they put him in peanut butter and had dogs lick him. And I'm like, bro, they used to let these guys get away with the wildest things.
That's insane.
The wildest things on these TV shows. And you go back and watch it, like go back and watch like all that or any of those old 90s Nickelodeon shows. And you're just like, yeah, we should have not been. I don't know how nobody caught this. Like none of the adults were like, hey, something's not right here. Something's not right.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff back then. It was just free game, which is weird, but
you saying it's free game on children?
On what?
You saying they were running free game on children?
They was doing whatever. You trying to play.
I know what you are.
No, here you go.
He was trying to set you up, but hey, speaking of setting up, can you guys explain to me what the hell is happening with this Shohei Ohtani situation? Like, is his translator being set up? Because if for our listeners and viewers who are not familiar with the situation, this news dropped like yesterday or something. Shohei Ohtani's translator at first said that he had come out and like was gambling on other sports, not baseball. And then all of a sudden the story changed into that he stole $4.5 million from Shohei Ohtani.
Yep. That's insane, bro.
Bro, that Shohei story is so fishy. Like him going to the Dodgers. And now, because they had something in Shohei's contract where each team has their own like interpreter because they have a lot of foreign players, right?
Right.
But Shohei has his own personal interpreter that he's had for years, even before his LA Dodgers day or LA Angels days. But for it to come out that like the interpreter was stealing this amount of money because he has a gambling addiction and Shohei had no idea of this happening and he didn't know anything about it. It's so fishy to me. Can we keep it a buck? Like, bro, Shohei was in my personal theory. Ethan Hamilton. I think Shohei was gambling, man, and I think they just threw the interpreter under the bus.
You think so?
You can't. I don't think there's no way the interpreter could have gambled away that amount of money and Shohei not know. There's no way.
That 4.5 is crazy.
Man, it's just so weird how like they're completely like abandoning the first part of the story of like, oh well, the interpreter was gambling, and he was like apologetic about it apparently. Is it important to also state that he wasn't betting on baseball? Is that something I'm not sure about?
That's very important because when I was listening to it, when I heard it wasn't baseball, I'm like, okay, that helps. But like, we got 4.5 gone.
I wouldn't be surprised though if it came out that it was baseball. You know what I'm saying? And homeboy, the interpreter, was just working as a middleman. I really wouldn't be surprised because, bro, this sports betting, like right before our very eyes. You guys remember when we were younger and we were first getting into sports, right? Like this type of sports betting thing was not a thing. Like it just was not a thing. Like there was very like anti-sports betting, and now to see it, like especially the last like 3-4 years, bro, ESPN's about to come out with their own sports betting platform to have on ESPN betting on these games. Like, isn't that crazy? Doesn't that seem like a conflict of interest?
That is insane, gang. That is insane. It lets you know how big sports betting has been and still is getting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally, you're talking to three guys. I mean, this is a podcast of three guys who, Magno, I don't know about you. I know that me and Ethan participate a little bit in some sports gambling.
Oh, you're talking to Mr. Sports Gambling right down there. That's Mr. Sports Gambling. don't just be like, oh, I don't know. That's Mr. Sports Gambling.
I didn't want to out him.
300 the other night.
Hey, well, you're good at the craft, man. But so that's the thing is, I feel like it's become so popular. It's becoming more widely accepted and more accessible. We can just do it from our phone, place these bets, place these parlays. I think I even said this when the suspensions were happening for the NFL players who were found gambling. I really don't see any reasons to put like limitations on whether they can bet on other sports. I obviously get, okay, if you're playing in the NFL, you can't bet on football. That makes 100% sense. But why wouldn't they be able to bet on anything else? And why would it be wrong to place a bet on like team property too? That was something I didn't really understand, because if you're placing bets on basketball, it's the same thing as like scrolling Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just waiting for because I think the MLB is going to try their best to sweep this under the rug. Like, Shohei just showed up to the Dodgers. He's the biggest player in baseball. There's no way they're going to let him take the rap for this. Like, I just don't see it. Like, there's no way.
He brings in that. He brings in the money.
There's no way the MLB is going to let Shohei take the rap for this sports betting situation with his interpreter. Like, there's no way. But I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the first big like sports betting scandal to happen. Like, it's coming. Pause. Like, I don't think people realize it. Like, it's gonna happen very soon, and I'm just excited to see it because I believe all the sports conspiracy theories. Like, one day, once I get my money and I don't ever have to like ask for anything from these jobs, I'm gonna get to the bottom of steroids in these games. I think all these athletes are taking steroids.
Still to this day?
Yes.
No.
I think they're all taking steroids. And I think we just
I don't think man. It's crazy.
You'd be able to tell for a lot of these guys too.
Would you though?
For sure. Kinda. I mean, maybe not with like the new technology stuff, all the new meds and stuff, but
you don't think the steroids like the steroids in 2024 are better than the steroids in 2008?
Most def. Like new meds, the doctors got all this new stuff they can do.
Like, I really think so. Like, I don't know. I'm just waiting. I'm just really waiting for this to break out because it reminds me of that Kendrick Lamar line in and feel, right? Where he's like, I have this feeling that an apocalypse is happening and nobody cares. That's how I feel about it. Like, I'm such a pessimist with sports and music and everything like that I feel like it would just be better off if everybody would just burst the bubble and be like, all right, all this stuff is rigged. Sports betting, all this stuff is sports watching. All this stuff is rigged. Like, let's just enjoy it as is. Because I really think all of it is. I feel like it's like the Santa Claus, like, Gage, I know you don't want to admit it. Like, I feel like that's just Santa Claus. You still have to know that sports is still like pure and it's still based on merit. No, I don't think it is.
I mean, we've been seeing it in the NBA from time to time still. NFL, yeah, kind of. MLB, I feel like it's like the easiest one to rig.
Even soccer, I think, to a certain extent.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely is.
Man. Yeah, this the sports gambling stuff is the slippery slope for these athletes, and I think Ethan's right though. Shohei's they're gonna find a way to get Shohei out of this because he's the golden boy for the MLB. They would lose so much money if something were to go down with him too. So we'll see how it all plays out. It does sound like the translator will be the fall guy of this situation, and will most likely just bite the bullet. But I think he could be facing like criminal charges now because if you're saying that he stole money from him, that's like grand larceny, isn't it? Like
because it's that much money.
Something huge, bro. Like it really be bad for him.
No, I'm with you. I think because it's that much amount of money, I think it's gonna be like grand larceny or something. But we'll see. I don't expect old boy to spend any jail time whatsoever.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out and how the landscape of sports betting in general evolves as the years go on and these athletes get more and more invested in it.
But
especially because they're also giving so many deals too. Like they provide a lot of advertising for these leagues. So kind of adds like that gray area. You want people to gamble on the games. You want to be able to create that revenue. But
how much is too much?
Yeah.
That part.
But hey man, I had a great time on this episode. Mag, appreciate you joining us.
Love y'all boys, man.
Appreciate. Let the people know where they can find you.
At Magno Jr. 4 on Instagram and Magno Jr. 7 on X, Twitter. So yeah.
Man, thanks so much for joining. Yeah, man, we appreciate you joining the show. Glad to have you back, man. It was a lot of fun getting to talk that Metro album with you. And hey, maybe we'll have you on again soon. Talk some more music. Maybe we'll have you on again once we get closer into NBA Finals season. Get some more of your hoop knowledge on this pod.
Man, I'm ready. You let me know. Hopefully, I get the call from Mr. E. You can always hit me up too, Gage. It don't gotta be this Hollywood star.
Well, why are we just doing this? Why are we just doing that on me? I know I've said it multiple times, but when I get rich and famous, like, deuces, like I'm gone. Like what?
I know you are. That's the sick part about it.
I'm so ready. But appreciate our listeners and viewers for watching. This has been our recording. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify at AWR Podcast, or our recording in the link in the description below. Same with Mag stuff is going to be in the description below. And let us know how you guys feel about any of the topics we have today. How you guys feel about the Metro and Future album. Do you think Drake and Jermaine are going to respond? Let us know in the comments down below. You already know who it is. Tim Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton, Mr. 5 for 5, Pure Temptation, Pablo Frescobar. Pronouns are that nigga. And then over there, you got my wigger, Mr. Gage Sutton. Is he Mexican? Is he white? We'll never know. We'll never know. And you already know who it is. Special guest Magno. Magno Guillen. Did I get it right or did I mess it up?
You did. You got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you guys have been listening to our recording. Peace.
Thank y'all for watching.